Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Kurt Singh here with a Great League Battle video. I started Ace really well, quite high ranked, like 22 or 2233, I think, and I've dropped like a stone. So don't watch my content for how to battle, because clearly I have hit a very bad streak. But I did find this team, and I think it shows a little bit of promise. So you've got Superior and Clodswire and what is that vulture thing, Mandibuzz. So just kind of pieced it together. Works pretty well for a lot of your common things that you, at least I'm seeing right now in Great League. So do take an overheat there. I let that go. I'm gonna go for the Earthquake here. This will do massive damage if they let this go through. They do, so that KOs the Weezing. So now, what do we do here? They bring in their own Clodswire, and I'm going to stay in and attempt to get a shield, or this will do close to half health. So I do get a shield. And here, I think, ultimately, I'd like to try to catch the Earthquake, but I decided just to stay in. Shield up here. I think I'm close enough. They Sludge Bomb, so that's a different one. Normally, well, actually, I think a lot of people use Sludge Bomb Earthquake. I like the Earthquake Stone Edge, because then you have more fighting power against flyers. Yeah, fire or flyers, basically, because stone. What am I thinking that it would be good against as well? Ice. It would be good against ice. So anyways, bring in Superior here, and knowing that they have Sludge Bomb, this is not a favorable matchup to be in. I'm gonna go for the Frenzy. That would, I think, pretty much knock out from that range. I'm gonna catch the Sludge Bomb. I'm hoping anyways. I feel like if they're running Sludge Bomb, they're likely running Earthquake as well. Actually, I think I already saw that, if I remember correctly. Anyways, they decide there's not really much they can do, so they give up. On to the next match here. This is a decent matchup for me. Aerial Ace is going to do a lot of damage to the Shadow Machamp. They can go for a Rock Slide, but Superior, even being the grass type, it is quite bulky. You can see there, though, that the Cross Chop actually did a huge chunk of damage. So we both kind of switch. I'm going to go for Mandibuzz. They have brought in Typhlosion. I want to let the first Thunder Punch go through, kind of see like just how much damage it's going to do. It does a fair amount, but now I know like I'm good to live at least one. Shield that one up. I'm at almost back-to-back Dark Pulses here. So I do get their first shield there. Throw this next Dark Pulse, and this will do, I think, close to half health. A little bit more. So if I let this go, yeah, I feel like I let this go, and then I come in and farm down with Clodswire. Problem with that is that they get to move. I'm pretty sure, though, that this is just a Thunder Punch, which it is, so that doesn't do a lot. And then they've got Swampert in the back. What do I do here? I was slow there. I should have switched sooner, because I catch the Hydro, but then I shield. But then they bring in a Machamp, so I do throw the Aerial Ace, not just the Frenzy, which allows me to get to another Aerial Ace, which I believe will take out the Machamp from this range. It does. But I'm kind of stuck here, and a Hydro is going to take me out. So I was kicking myself a bit here, because I was like, oh, I probably should have thrown that Aerial Ace just to do a little bit of chip. It's not going to take him out, but it'll do a little bit of chip. In the event that this Earthquake does not take out, but it did. So I was lucky in that regard there. It's a good match there. On to the next one. Again, favorable matchup for Superior with Aerial Ace, although Primeape does run Ice Punch, which I kind of forgot about when going up against this one. I was anticipating a Rage Fist, and so the nice thing about the Ice Punch is that it doesn't boost them. So I do take that. They shield, so we're okay there, but they're going to get to another move here before I get to one. So I'm going to shield this one. And it's a Rage Fist, so I was like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. Rage Fist, Ice Punch. However, having the Ice Punch as well is going to be bad against my Mandibuzz. So I do want to watch out for that. So I'm going to bring in Clodsfire here, and then I was like, oh, Mandibuzz has, what am I thinking? An air move as well, and Ice Punch is also super effective against Clodsfire. So I was like, this stupid Primeape is just destroying my whole team. It's a complete core breaker here with Ice Punch anyways. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake here. And I believe this takes it out. Yeah, that takes that out. So we're down shields. They have their own Clodsfire. So now I'm in a bit of a tough spot because I do get the Earthquake first. So I kind of want to try to catch their Earthquake. But I think it was the CMP. No, it was not. So I do manage to switch out, but now if they've got Stone Edge, that'll be super effective, which it is. But Mandibuzz is such a tank. I just made this Mandibuzz here over this last week. I believe that it's rank, I want to say rank 3, but it might not be that high. But I've been using a 4-star, and I made this one. It's one that I've had for a while, and I just finally made it. And it's much better than the 4-star. I feel it's got better bulk. I'm gonna throw the Aerial Ace here. It does like nothing to each other. So this is a very boring, just back and forth, back and forth. But I don't really want to switch out and then get farmed down, or have them switch and take out. Like if I switch to Superior, then Mandibuzz can just throw an Aerial Ace and take me out. And if I switch to the Clodsfire, then they could counter swap and farm me down. And then I don't really have anything to try to go against their Mandibuzz. So for those reasons, I have pretty much just stuck in here. I'm just trying to get it as low as I can. I do not make that last second Aerial Ace. Bringing Clodsfire, they have their own, which unfortunately they have Earthquake, so that takes me out. And then Superior is not going to be able to finish this off, so that's going to be a good game to my opponent. I did go 4-1 in the set with this team. Like I said, I definitely just fell like a rock after I got into Ace. I was quite happy. I got ranked so high, and I was like, I'm pretty, if I can just keep up a good streak here, and then of course messing around trying to find a good team to make a video on and stuff like that. And I've been noticing too, it seems like a lot of content creators are having a hard time finding a really solid team. I've tried a couple teams that other content creators have put out. I went 0-5 with one of them. So it seems to be changing very quickly on what teams are good and what teams are not, and what people are using. And it's weird. Okay, so Dunsparce takes the Earthquake. And these rollouts add up. Drill Run's definitely going to do some damage there. You can see I've already taken one. Can easily live, I believe I could live 3 with the rollout damage, because rollout does not do very much damage against the ground and poison typing. Drill Run there. I shielded 1. Yeah, I probably couldn't take 2, or probably couldn't take 3. So I'm going to go for the Stone Edge here, just simply because it's a little bit faster than the Earthquake. And I wanted to get a move off, hoping for one of their shields, which I did get there. gonna let this Rock Slide go through. As you can see there, Rock Slide does not do very much. That Shadow Machamp did more damage with the cross chop. So I bet Rock Slide from the Machamp would have done even more. But I was comfortable letting that go. And then they bring in the Ariados again. Aerial Ace is going to do quite a bit of damage to the bug typing. As you can see there, almost half health. It would have had a little bit of damage already on it. Now I'm in a bit of a tough spot here. See, I think I should have shielded that. Because I shield that, and then I'd have the Aerial Ace, which would have taken their shield. Or taken them out. Not that I was able to get that move off. Oh yeah, no, there. I should have shielded, taken that move still, because they wouldn't have had a shield left had I shielded and thrown the Aerial Ace. Either way though, I'm able to tank at least one move here from them. Lunge doesn't do too much. Does unfortunately drop my attack though. But I do have that little tiny bit of health on the Clodsquire, which is going to allow me to switch out and reset my debuff, which is ideal. Yeah, and what was that came in? Was it Emolga? Dark Pulse, Emolga, yes. So this is very tricky for me. Discharge is going to seriously hurt, but I do have a shield. So I was a little bit more willing to stay in a little bit longer. They throw the Aerial Ace, and I believe I was counting, and I tried to switch there, and they threw, and I was like, oh no, I'm done. And they threw another Aerial Ace, so I was like, oh, okay. So I switched, and then I was like, now I've really messed up because I didn't tap at all when I switched, and it took them a couple moves to take me out. So I was like, oh, they farmed up now, so they'll have a move. Went with Dark Pulse over Aerial Ace, and was enough to take them out. So I was like, whew, I got lucky on that one. Marowak into Superior. Super good matchup for the Superior. I'm a little bit slow switching here. Should have switched right away probably, but I wanted a little bit of extra farm on my Superior. Bring in the Clodsquire here, and as you can see, Aerial Ace or Aqua Tail is super effective against the ground typing. But Earthquake, if they let it go, is going to almost one-shot them. So I can take a few Aqua Tails to hopefully land an Earthquake. It's definitely more threatening. However, they outpace to the Aqua Tail so much faster than the Earthquake that that's already their third Aqua Tail. Shielded one, taken two, and they bring in a Azumarill. But with that extra little bit of farm, I'm able to bring Superior back in. And I'm out of a Frenzy Plant, which is going to do a huge amount of damage if they decide to let it go, which they do. So now I'm pretty sure I would live an Ice Beam, but I do want to shield that up just to be safe. And now I'm able to get to a Frenzy, but I'm going to go for the Aerial Ace, kind of bait, see if they want to shield this, give up their last shield. They decide not to. However, I'm still able to Vine Whip down and come out with almost another Frenzy Plant, and then I messed up and didn't throw right away. So let their Drapion throw the crunch, but that's fine. I can survive that. I do get the defense drop, which is a little unfortunate there for myself. Frenzy Plant gets the shield, so now I can come back in with the Clodsquire here and throw the Earthquake, and this will take out the Drapion. And in the back they have that Marowak that this Earthquake, it should do about half health, I think. And then I do have the Superior that's about, it's in the yellow. It's close to the same amount of health, but I just bring in Mandibuzz and they just give up. They're like, yeah, no, we can't. There's nothing we can do about that. So that is a 4-1 set and felt pretty good. Like I say, I'm having a hard time with a consistent team. I've dropped way too low, but if I do find one that I'm like really solid on, then I'll for sure make a really I mean, I want to continue making videos anyways. It's just I'm having a hard time finding ones that I want to be like, hey, use this one if you're struggling. Anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video.